get started. So for today's look, I am going to be using just one palette, and that's my Morphe 35B palette. And this is like one of my favorite palettes. I've been dying to do a makeup look with it since I purchased it, so I figured why not do one today. First things first, I already primed my eyelid using the Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. The first eyeshadow we're going to be using from this palette is going to be this color right here, which is the white in the palette, and I'm going to be using that to highlight my brow bone. To apply that color to my brow bone, I am using this Wet n Wild flat concealer brush, and it is a matte shade. So now that we're done applying that shade, we can move on to the transition color, and that's actually going to be this pink right here. And then as always, I am using the Wet n Wild brush to pack on my color. So now that we're done applying that color, we're going to move on to blending that shade out. And I am using the Morphe G24 brush to blend those edges out. And I am dragging that shade outwards just like that, since I am doing like a long cut crease. So as I blend, I'm making sure to drag that shade outwards. Since I did change my mind last minute on this side and I did add a different color on the inner corner, I forgot to do that to this side. So I am just going to go over the pink with a different shade and just keep going back in with that shade till it's dark enough. Next step to darken up this outer corner of the cut crease is going to be this shade right here. And I am going in with this e.l.f. brush. It's like a little pencil brush. And that comes really in handy, and it's really precise when you're doing a cut crease. It just helps you define that crease better. So here I'm just like outlining the crease, depending on how low or high I want to take that. I always like to look down, tilt my head upwards. That way I get an idea of how even both the sides are of my cut crease. So now I'm going in with this e.l.f. fluffy like smudger brush, and I'm going to start blending out that color we just applied on the crease. And with my BH Cosmetics V5 brush. And then I'm going back in with the first shade we started with, this light pink shade in the palette, just to blend out the edge, like the top part of the cut crease, if that makes sense. So now we're going back in with that small little detail like pencil brush that we used earlier, and we're going in with the darker pink shade. So I am mixing this like fuchsia hot pink and this like dark berry color together to create one shade for the lower part of my cut crease. Okay, so now switching back to my BH Cosmetics V5 brush, I'm going to begin blending those three shades that we used together. Okay, honestly guys, I give props to whoever can do a cut crease super fast and just like that, you know, and it comes out so good. Like, it takes me a super long time to get cut creases right. Like, man, just cut creases be taking me forever. Really start applying the inner corner part, which is going to be this shade right here, and it is like a mint. like a mint green shade from the palette. And I'm going in with the Wet n Wild buffer brush that I used for the other shade. I just cleaned it up a bit and I'm using the same brush. So I'm going in those two shades and applying that to the inner part. Mixing a little bit of that one with this shade right here, just to darken it up a little tiny bit. I'm moving on to this shade right here, and I'm going to be mixing it a tiny bit with this dark, like forest green shade. And then I'm going back to that smudger brush, and then I'm going to go one shade lighter and blend out that color. Moving on to cutting the crease for the concealer, I am using the Fit Me in shade 20, and I am using an e.l.f. My bad. And I am using this Wet n Wild flat concealer brush. Okay, so now that we're done cutting the crease, I'm going to go back really fast, and with the same pencil brush we used, I'm going to basically go back and define that line a little bit more. Just like that. And then same for the pink shade that we used. So I'm going back with the darkest color we used just above where we cut the crease. Okay, so now for the inner corner highlight, I did use this shimmery yellow shade right here in the palette. And I am applying that with the same flat concealer brush we used to cut the crease. And I did go a little crazy, guys, and I did apply like an exaggerated amount. So don't be scared. That we can start setting our lid, and for the lid I did use a glitter. I used this NYX liquid crystal body glitter, and it looks like this in the color, where is the color, crystal gold. And I do like this liner. I just don't really like the color of it, and it takes forever to dry. So what I did was I used this as a base, since it doesn't really have a lot of glitter. It still gives off that like yellow undertone, so I want that on my base. And then I did use it as an adhesive, so I try to hurry up and in between pack on some glitter. And then the glitter that I am using is actually this glitter right here, some gold glitter, and it's by Super Glitters, I believe. Okay guys, so now that we're done with the eyeshadow part, and it looks pretty similar, now we can move on to my favorite part of this tutorial, just because I am using a new product, and that is the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner color today in Vivid Petal, and it's so pretty, guys. It's a pastel pink, and that's what I used for my eyeliner today. But I feel like overall it looks really cute with this eyeshadow look, and I can't wait to try the rest of the colors out. I did purchase, like, I think all of them except for the red and the blue one, which I have to get my hands on ASAP because these are so good and super affordable. Okay guys, so now that that's drying, we could begin applying our falsies, and today I did use a pair of creme, I don't know how to pronounce it, but these lashes right here in the style 510. Bottom lash line, I already applied the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk in my waterline, so all I have to do now is apply the shadow, and I am using the pencil brush, the smudge brush, and I'm going to start off with the outer corner. Okay guys, so that was it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. I had so much fun using my Morphe 35B palette. And if you guys did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.